Well, hello everybody. Back with another episode of Drew's Creations. Today's episode is going to be a little simple. Just going to be talking about a saw. Not your typical saw either. It's not a chainsaw, if that's what you're wondering. If you're interested, stay tuned to find out what it's going to be. Done it, done it, done it, done it, done it, done it. Look at what we got here, guys. Yep, you're reading that right. This is a 272K concrete saw. Some of you may have already seen this. I did make if you follow me on Facebook or follow Hopper Nation or anything like that, you may have already seen this saw. But for those of you that haven't or don't follow me there, this is for you. Would you just look at that? Soak it all in for a second. I have the original owner's manual. 268, 272K. Brand new. And I have the original toolkit, or tool, bar wrench tool, or scrunch, whatever you want to call it. That also came with it. Still in the package. Let's get this thing out of here and we'll get a closer look at it. What do you think? All right, so in hopes to try to keep this thing relatively clean, I've got it laid out on a tarp here so I don't have it just sitting on the ground. But what you're looking at is an NOS, new old stock, for those of you that don't know what that means, 272K concrete saw. It's the most beautiful concrete saw, or 272K I think I've ever seen. Don't get no better than this, guys. This saw has never, to my knowledge, had fuel in it. I think the factory does run them. The factory probably runs them, if I had to guess. But, you know, the tank does not smell like gas. Has no remnants of gas smell. And it's super, super, super clean. It has no concrete dust anywhere. Nothing like that. You can see that's still shiny from the factory. It's got that zinc coating on it. Factory. It's got a little bit of dirt from sitting in a building for however many years. I did think I dated this saw. I think it dates to 1992. If the date tag is, if I'm reading that correctly, I think the 2 signifies 92. So it's an earlier 272K, which is pretty cool. You can see she is just cherry. Probably the most beautiful 272K you'll see, and that's because it's basically brand new. They don't build them like these anymore, guys. Such a beautiful, beautiful saw. I'll show you an undershot picture of it. Muffler's not discolored at all. Yeah, I haven't peeked underneath this hood, so let's pop this off, peek underneath here, and see what we see. The filter's a little squishy. Probably gonna have to have a filter because it is deteriorating. I think the oil over time has broken it down. I think it's factory old, so it is a little crunchy. So we're not gonna mess with that because I don't want it to fall apart anymore. But still got the original NGK BPMR in it, and it's zinc coated as well, if you can see that. A lot of your new NGKs are not zinc coated. So that's pretty cool. I believe, this being a concrete saw, I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, tell me. But I believe this is a pre-filter to help filter out any fines and stuff like that. And I believe if you take this cover off, I think there's another filter under here, because it's a 2-part filtration system, if I am correct. Because it sucks air through here into the carburetor compartment. With it being the concrete saw, it's a little bit different than the chainsaw, which it has to be, because otherwise it wouldn't live very long. But she is immaculate and as good as they come, guys. Other than that filter there falling apart, which kind of sucks. I didn't know that it was like that, which I'm glad I took it apart and looked at it, which in my opinion that's to be expected, because it is old, even though it's never had fuel in it. Oh, that filter is just falling apart. Oh, that's not good. As you can see, it's got some kind of oil on it. Some kind of tacky additive that's just making it fall apart. And I got that all over my fingers, so we're not gonna touch that. Hold on, I'm gonna wipe this off and be back with you. Alrighty, so whatever it was, I got that cover put back on, but I believe that's just the oil that's on that filter. It's causing that thing to just fall apart. It's old but new. But anyway, we'll get a little better view of this thing. Let's get it up here in the light where you can really see it. Get this box out of the way here. Let's get it up here where you can really see it. Sorry, we don't have much of a operation right now, guys. We're at the house, and there's a barking dog in the front yard, so we can't be around there where he can see us, because he don't like to do nothing but bark and bark and bark. So don't want to interrupt the video with that, so I figured I'd come around here so we could show you all this beautiful saw. As you can see, it's still got the warning label on it, as well as the original 272K decals, made in Sweden. Say little specks of dirt here and there, but it did sit in the shop for a long time. I think it was in a garage. The guy I bought it from said he bought it off a friend of his who bought it brand new, and neither one of them ever used it, and decided since he was never going to use it, he decided to let it go. And I saw it pop up local to me, and I had to have it because I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I wasn't going to pass up a good NOS Husky of any kind, because I just love Husky equipment, especially the old stuff. I'm a 2 Series guy. Those of you that follow me or have been following me long enough know that. I don't have many 2 Series anymore, just because I've got a lot of other stuff I use more, but I do love them. But I haven't decided fully what I'm going to do with this saw yet. I did stick it on eBay. It is on eBay right now, so if anybody's interested in it, it is for sale. It's on eBay for a little bit more money, because eBay likes to take their fees out of everything. So if a person's interested in this local or don't want to deal with eBay, I could do a little better deal on it. Private sale, if somebody's interested in it. But I figure if it don't sell in a month or so, I'll probably just wind up keeping it, and we might look into converting this baby over to a chainsaw. So I haven't fully decided yet. I'm gonna give it probably about a month or so to run and see what happens. If it don't do very well, or I don't like what it's doing, I'll probably just keep it, and we might try to convert it to a chainsaw, or we might just keep it and leave it like this. I haven't decided yet. Just to convert it over to a chainsaw, it's got to have oil pump and stuff like that put in it, and I would like to find all brand new parts to put in it so that way it matches the saw. I don't want to put a used oil pump in a brand new saw if I don't have to, so that runs into some complications there, trying to find brand new parts and things like that that no longer exist. But yeah, if we keep it long enough, we may end up doing that. But I just wanted to come on here and do a little video of it for you guys. And I did get a hold of a really nice 268 XP a while back, and everybody seemed to love it, so I figured everybody would love this saw as well. Even though it's not a chainsaw, it's still really cool. So that's probably gonna be it for this, guys, because we're not gonna put no gas in this thing, unfortunately. So if you were watching this hoping I was gonna put gas in it and fire it up for the very first time, you were wrong, because, well, that would just ruin the collectability of it. Even though I really want to, part of me's thought about it, it just ruins the NOS factor of this saw, and I don't want to do that to it. So if somebody buys it and they want to put gas in it for the very first time, then that'll be on them. But as of right now, that's what we're thinking. We're going to see how it does, and if it doesn't do very well, then we'll just keep it. Because to be quite honest, it's too cool to give away, and you know, I want it to go, if somebody's going to buy it, I want it to go to good hands. Somebody's going to love it, cherish it, and appreciate it, because it survived this long without having fuel in it, without being used. I think that in itself deserves some collectability, somebody that's going to just love it and cherish it the way that I do. And part of what I like to do, if I do get rid of saws like this, I like to know that they're going to good hands, people that are going to love and cherish and appreciate them, and you know, cherish it for what it really truly is. It's really truly a piece of history, because they don't build saws like this anymore. You know, it's like a pre-emissions saw. It don't have strato, it don't have none of all that fancy stuff. And typically these saws really didn't give a whole lot of trouble. They just would run and run for years. As those of you that know or have any 2 Series Husky saws of any kind, they just run, and they don't give trouble much. So they're known for their reliability, and you know that they just don't build them like that no more. And all the concrete saws they build nowadays cannot be converted to chainsaws very easily. I mean, I'm sure somebody could do it if somebody was going to build like a purpose-built milling saw or purpose-built race saw or something like that, and you didn't really want to have an oiler system on it, or just maybe like a drip oil system. You could do something like that, but it's just not worth the trouble, really. And saws like this one, they built them off of the chainsaw platform, or they built the chainsaw off the concrete saw platform. So a lot of these saws here can be converted either way, which to me is very cool. A lot of the parts are very interchangeable because they are the same. So yeah, you know, that's in itself cool, and they don't build them like that no more. So anyway, that's enough rambling and ranting and whatever. I don't really have much else to say about this saw other than it's very cool. And if you're interested in it, I can give you my email. We can talk about it. But please don't bother me unless you're really interested in it. It is on eBay. I can give you the link to that too if you'd like to check it out on eBay. But otherwise, like I say, I'm probably going to give it about a month. We'll see how it does. If it doesn't do very well, it's coming down, and I'll just hang on to it and might look into converting it to a chainsaw, or we might just keep it the way it is. I haven't decided yet. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you give me a like. And if you're not subscribed to the Drew's Creation YouTube channel, we're always trying to come up with new cool content for you guys. So if you enjoy chainsaws, chainsaw content, old saws of any kind, maybe you want to give me a subscribe, hang out a while. And if you do hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications of any new uploads of the Drew's Creations YouTube channel. And stay tuned. You never know what you might see on here. We're always trying to do stuff. It's more than just saw content, but we do like a lot of saws, so there is a lot of saw content. So I don't know, but that's all, guys. So if you enjoyed it, thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next one. Drew's Creations, over and out.